What up? It's your boy T-Bird and reaction to today's Wrestling Wednesday. So, we're going to get to some videos from Pllana. First, we're going to get the title Bad News for SmackDown with two videos in one with Pllana. One is Bad News to SmackDown, but another one is, it starts out with Bad News to SmackDown as it says some words about Smack stuff. There will be a couple changes happening in SmackDown. While there's good news Raw, where it may be a good change in Raw, but also some other wrestling news will happen as well too. And I gotta say it was fun while it lasted with the Triple H era, but looks like like Vince is definitely in charge again, because there's words that WWE will be having some cuts going, some releases and cuts happening soon in a few weeks. So anyway, it was fun while it lasted when all the folks came back, but I guess budget cuts happening again. But anyway, we'll first check out the videos from the bad news for WWE SmackDown, and then we'll check out videos from the good news for WWE Raw. Let's get it.
There's some bad news for WWE SmackDown. According to WWE CEO Nick Khan, the company is open to a third hour of SmackDown. That is terrible news for the...
Now, I can't see that being terrible news. Only because how Raw has, a lot of folks has downplayed Raw for being the way it is because of the extra hour as well too. That is dragged out too long and everything as well too. So that could be a little concern right there for SmackDown. So, but we'll see.
The blue brand. Raw has not been the same since they went 3 hours in 2012, and I just think that it's impossible to book a 3-hour WWE show. If Raw was 2 hours, I think the show would be much better. That's actually why SmackDown has been better than Raw since 2016. It's just so much easier to watch. It flows better. You don't need a completely stacked roster because a few top names can fill up the show. It's easier to watch, and there are a ton more other reasons as to why 2 hours is infinitely better than 3. I understand though, from a financial perspective, that the WWE can benefit greatly and they can make millions and millions of more dollars in ad revenue, but at what point do you not realize that you are hurting and damaging your products? When will they understand that they're driving away their biggest fans? Then again, they still pull in millions of viewers, so that is actually a good amount of people still watching. So as a wrestling fan, this is terrible news, but from a financial standpoint, I get it. So anyway,
this is the thing about it though. Sometimes though, business is actually hurting the fandom. I mean, again, I know money is money. It's all about the money. I get it, but sometimes the money kills things. I'm saying it can things. No business kill things. Like right now, they're not doing a lot of things that's best for business. They've been doing that for a while. Now they did it with the Brock Lesnar holding the belt hostage because it was best for business. Right now they're doing this bullshit with the Tribal Queef right now because they probably think it's best for business. He's the marketable character, right? He's the multiple person right now. Anything, and so there's that. That being said, I understand money is everything, but sometimes it can hurt. It hurts. You know what I'm saying. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's see what else you got going on here.
Anyways, I hope this is just a concept and idea that never ends up happening. AJ Styles shockingly buried the World Heavyweight Championship. When talking about the World Heavyweight title, he said this: is it secondary? Well, if the Raw Championship is held by Roman Reigns and the SmackDown Championship is held by Roman, then how can you argue that it's not? I find it extremely bizarre that he would say this. AJ Styles openly admitting that he doesn't even consider this a major world champion.
That could hurt his chances at 9 champions. Only other something body could have him win it, but he might go hell with it with that little attitude. That's the only thing. So either way, this could be hurt. This kind of hurt. I'm still hoping it's Seth. I know reason why I'm afraid because it's too obvious that it's gonna give it Seth. But sometimes it's because every time they are too obvious thing, they're always going to try to hit a swerve because WWE are good for swerves. I mean that's their MO at times. Hence, prime example, WrestleMania 39 with Cody Rhodes. Well, I feel like we're starting to see that's like they made a big mistake with that shit.
championship is not good. First, you had Triple H downplay the championship when introducing it, and now you have one of the guys competing for it saying the same thing, and that is disappointing. The WWE should have worked better on making this title feel special and important. They're not doing a good job. The only one that is doing a good job is Seth Rollins. I feel like he's the only one trying. With that being said,
and this will make me concerned that they might not let him win. Because they probably going to make him want to chase it. Because he feel like, since he thinks it's important, they're going to go the heel route. Because, WWE loves the heel. See, like, Vince loves heels. Because the heels he thinks the heels is bread and butter. He don't give a shit about face. And we saw that recently with the Cody Rhodes situation with Brock right now. Now, I mean, that's why Ross is pissed off in his live stream. Because, and he mentioned it in his review about Raw. They're I got a feeling they're going, let's AJ have it. He's going to turn heel with it because of the comments. I mean, just to make Seth chase it because he's the babyface, and they feel like babyface are better chasing than title holders, which is bullshit to me. Ridiculous, but whatever. Anyway, let's keep going.
Also said some other things about the belt. When talking about the winner of the title, he said it didn't matter. It's just good to give the WWE Universe a workhorse champion. This is what he said. This guy's going to be on pay-per-views. He's going to be at live events. He's going to do all these things that need to be done. When I was WWE champion, I was on all these live events. I was on all the pay-per-views, all the TVs. That's what you do. The price of being the world's heavyweight champion is, yes, you get the recognition of being the champion, but you also have to do the job of being world champion. You got to be there and you got to do the job. So while he somewhat buried the championship, this was a nice statement. I agree with it.
Okay, so he redeemed himself with that. All right, he good redemption, AJ. Whew. Hopefully, they say, like I said, they need to have the World Heavyweight Championship title holder should be a babyface right now, especially if you got a heel title holder like the Tribal Queen holding the Undisputed Channel. This one had to be the babyface, man.
It's to have a top champion headline pay-per-views, be at weekly shows, and also at live events. I hope that WWE does everything in their booking power to make this championship feel as special as the Undisputed Championship. I honestly think it all depends on the person holding the belt, and I think Seth Rollins is going to do a good job at that. In other news, there's some interesting, maybe bad news for Cody Rhodes. I want to say bad news because I think that if this is true, the ending of WrestleMania 39 was pointless, and I really don't want that happening. But anyways, Worked Wrestling is reporting that there's been a change in the WrestleMania 40 plans, and they said, while it's still early, discussions have taken place for Raw's main event for WrestleMania 40 to potentially be Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. Both superstars have expressed.
The only thing they can save that shit is that Cody takes the belt off of Roman Reigns for that. If not, they are out the goddamn mind and not giving a damn about fans. I'm gonna just say that. I don't care what anybody say. I don't care if this is a moment folks want to live or not. They think this is a moment. Whatever. This is not a moment. This is utter nonsense. They're looking to have that man hold the belt past World from WrestleMania for you. If they are doing that, I don't know what else. I don't know if I can have faith in WWE anymore. I'm probably gonna still watch it, just being faithful, but I don't know if I can have any faith in WWE anymore at this point. Because what the fuck are they doing at this point? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Because no, they seem like obviously they're doing it to piss off fans. You're not caring about the fans. That's you're pretty much not caring about the fans if you let that man hold the belt past 40. That's all I'm gonna say. You maybe carry some fans who's the dark humor edgelord, get off of folks' misery cause company dickheads as well too, and ladies, because I don't call ladies any names about their names. You're carrying to them who are about that, who obviously don't care about wrestling either. They just love seeing. They're not doing it because they love Roman Reigns. They're doing it just to see folks get mad, be pissed. That's all that is. That's all and that's all they cater to. If they really go past 40, to give let this dick get hold of the belt past 40, WrestleMania 40, just because he won records. They want to break this Bruno. They want to try the Bruno Sammartino record for over with a damn hill that may I remind you, Bruno Sammartino was a fucking babyface. Only person that dubbed it was another heel. Then once he had the belt for a long time again, the Bruno Sammartino, the babyface. So what the fuck? Anyway,
interest in working with each other in the past and are seeing.
Now I'm okay. I'm glad that they want to work with each other. I would like to see them face each other, but can it not be on WrestleMania 40 unless Cody's is holding damn undisputed championship? That's it. Other than that, do not make this the WrestleMania 40 matchup. Make Cody Rhodes finish his story at WrestleMania 40. Jesus Christ! Like what are we doing here? Like another thing is, if you let that man not finish the story, you're pretty much saying we're gonna sign you, but we're gonna fuck you for doing what you did with AEW. That's pretty much what it looks like at this point. If they don't let Cody finish the story.
As a top face and heel on the Raw roster. Gunther versus Cody Rhodes is a dream match, and it would be so good. Gunther has been killing it ever since joining the main roster. He is world championship material. He's a staple of the company, and I'm glad that Triple H took over at the perfect time because Gunther has seen great success because of it. And Cody Rhodes versus Gunther is a strong WrestleMania.
It's a good match.
They even teased us with it at the Royal Rumble when they were the final two opponents in that match. They battled for a good amount of time before Cody Rhodes won the match. It's a great idea. However, that would mean that Cody Rhodes wouldn't get his win back from Roman Reigns.
That's the thing.
And that just seems kind of ridiculous to me. The story needs to end with Cody Rhodes dethroning Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 to become the WWE champion.
Exactly.
I don't want to see Cody beat Gunther to become the world heavyweight champion. That would be so lackluster. Like I said, he needs the WWE championship and he needs to beat the top villain, and he's got to do it for his dad. Moving on from the World Heavyweight Championship and onto the U.S. title, more specifically, the Austin Theory and John Cena promo for their WrestleMania 39 match. There was a lot of backlash from the WWE Universe when fans first heard that promo. They felt John Cena buried Austin Theory. Well, John Cena confirmed that he came up with the promo with Austin Theory. They wrote it together, so it wasn't some random, unexpected promo from John Cena to Austin Theory. He also had some tough love for the U.S. champion, saying this: I said to Austin Theory, you are young, you are athletic, you will work for this company, you will do interviews, but I don't believe what you do when you're out there. I just don't. I said it to him personally before I said it to him publicly. That is a crazy thing to say to someone, but sometimes we need to hear the harsh truth, and hopefully Theory can take this feedback and grow from it, because I kind of see what John Cena is saying. Austin Theory's good, and he has all the right tools and the skills, but he's just not getting over with the audience. They actually don't care. If anything, they cared more when he was running around with the selfie gimmick. Right now, it feels like he needs to learn how to be more charismatic and work on developing his character more.
Maybe, God forbid, I'm saying this, maybe a face turn may do it. Who knows? I mean, he reunites with the way.
But I believe he will figure it out. There's some sad news about Dakota Kai. She got injured in the same match.
Yeah, first Liv and Dakota's got injured, so interesting. And so, well, it looks like we got Raquel Rodriguez got a Shotzi as a replacement for Liv, but yeah, that's interesting right there.
That Liv Morgan got injured in last week. During a move on Liv Morgan that she was performing in that match, she was trying to protect Morgan's shoulder and ended up tearing her ACL. And that is heartbreaking news for her and Damage Control. I am wishing her a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
And now, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. The show kicked off with Paul Heyman talking about the big tag team match at Night of Champions. It's going to be Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa taking on Sami Zayn.
Now, Alexi, I want to hear the review about it, but like I said, this was good. This was good. It was a cool role. It's just, how they made Cody is questionable, especially for those who got a bad little taste about WWE baby faces like Raw's, and because of how they look. You know what I'm saying? I let it slide because anything facing me gets a pass regardless. But I kind of see why they feel the way, and it pisses me off that it's like that because I'm trying to be defending, but WWE's not helping. I mean, I would wish WWE make things better for the baby faces, act like they care about the baby face. Stop the lazy writing, because it's easy to book and write a heel, but it's complicated to write a babyface. They just need to step it up, please. I mean, if you did it during time of the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Grish era, why can't you do it now? That's my thing.
And Kevin Owens. Roman and Solo were not at the show.
Of course.
The promo wasn't anything too crazy. It was just your standard Paul Heyman promo. Sammy and Kevin Owens did come out, who were quickly interrupted by Imperium. Matt Riddle came to help his friends, and I think that WWE's got to do something better with Matt Riddle. I don't think he should just be helping Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
That's true.
Because it really doesn't benefit him. Anyways, then we saw Bronson Reed and Ricochet battle in an entertaining match.
This was a good
basically
match.
two great athletes who were showcased.
This was a good match.
One. It was really good stuff, and I'm loving this Bronson push. Brock Lesnar then annihilated Cody Rhodes, breaking his arm, obviously kayfabe-wise. The WWE did a great job with this segment. Cody made it look painful and real, and he sold it well. There was a segment with Cody and Triple H later in the show, which I loved. That is a rematch I would love to have seen, but it's obviously too late. Anyways, Cody interrupted Brock later in the night and was destroyed even more. Some people aren't sure if he's going to show up at Night of Champions, but I think he is. I think this is just WWE trying to book him to look strong for when he does lose at that show. This will probably be a typical Brock Lesnar dominating match if I had to guess.
I think what it is, and a lot Raw says too, this could be go two ways. Either this is be the match that Brock gets the win, and then we have a third match for a tag team, for a title breaker, I would say. But thinking about Raw, as Ross said in his video, he felt like by that time folks not gonna care. That could be, and that could possibly kill the momentum even more. Or this could be against another adversity, against all odds sympathy, him being babyface, and he somehow gets a win on Brock in a way like he did the last match. Now, I mean, against all the odds, still do the thing. Now, this is the thing, though. I get why they're doing this with Cody or anything, and other babyfaces, so they can fight out of, just get the sympathy and all that. While that is good, for other fans, not me, they want to look at it as it being the snobby fan, not calling Robinson now, but the fans, already fed up with good guys in zero, because we in this villain era right now. They're gonna not like it. They're gonna not like it. They're not gonna care about it no more, which is sad, which is suck. I'm myself cool with it. Know what I mean, just when they do a little better, but I'm cool with it. Know what I mean, it's not a big deal to me. I'm saying, long as the babyface get the upper hand a little bit. Know what I'm saying, stop making. Know what I mean, I'm all about babyface getting the win. Know what I mean, I'm not following this villain era trend. No, I'm not. I don't know nobody getting the wrong idea about me. But anyway. But yeah, so I'm more about the heroes. Know what I mean, it's still, I want to show that still people is about the heroes, and I'm one of them. So hopefully Cody comes out. If not, if we do get the third matches, then hopefully they can find a way to write this really good, so folks can still care about Cody. Because I do not want the folks to lose. I do not want Cody to lose that momentum and get this treatment he got in AEW. Do not do that, man. That we already went through that AEW. Don't do that with WWE. Know what I mean, please don't.
Alpha Academy then picked up a win over the Viking Raiders.
Yeah,
and I'm enjoying this storyline.
This is good too, and I'm wondering, does this mean they're about to turn faces in a minute?
At Gable, Otis, and Maxine. WWE gave us the Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura dream match. Again, it was good stuff, nothing too crazy, but good nonetheless. They don't disappoint when they are in that ring together. Balor won with the help of Damian Priest and his distraction. Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus had a strong contract signing. This is my favorite Becky Lynch when she's intense and very serious. She even brought up Trish Stratus barking like a dog. That deserved a louder pop.
That eye gear she got on was pretty cool.
But it is what it is. I'm excited for their match, and I think it's a sleeper that's going to shock a lot of people. And finally, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle defeated Imperium to give them some more momentum heading into their big Night of Champions match. This was a...
Now... there's one more match they ain't talking about. Fucking Dominic and Apollo. They really let Dominic beat Apollo. I don't know, because they want to build and be a good heel, whatever, or not. I feel like Apollo should got to win somehow. This is his first night back, and I mean, don't start off burying him. That's not a good start right there. And there's folks who are okay with it. I'm not okay with it. Nah. Don't start burying Apollo. Don't bring him back to Raw there, bury him to get buried. Nah, I mean, bad enough you had LWO losing to this little dickhead. Don't do that, man. Another thing, too. Now, SmackDown's coming. Now, I got a feeling One reason I'm like tiny bit kind of hope to expect that kind of happen because of the whole pattern. Oh, I'm going to another video. The whole pattern of how they do things. You know what? I'm gonna separate the video because it's too long. The pattern of things. That there's an incident with KO and KO's gonna have Roman, the Tribal Queef and Solo on the KO show or anything. Could this mean a beatdown from them on them? One reason I'm like, if this happened, I okay with it happen. Not saying I'm encouraging it because of the pattern of the folks who comes up on top on the go home show ends up being the one that loses at the pay per view. That's one reason. I'm like, should I expect it? If it's second I'd rather have be in a stalemate and whatever, but knowing the bloodlines may not. Who knows? Other than that, I kind of wish this pattern wasn't a thing in wrestling, that whoever comes up top on the go on show ends up being the one that loses at the pay per view. Like, kind of hate that pattern as well too, because it's like it's too obvious. I mean, like you fuck, they got to lose. Like you want the person you want the one to win, get the win, but they pick the belt up or come on top. You like fuck, they gonna get booked to lose, man. I just hate that pattern for real, man. The reason why I wanted to not go that pattern because at one time, House of Black had the upper hand on the Elite for the go home match, the go home show before the pay per view, where House of Black ended up still winning the trios title. That's one reason why I was like maybe the pair is different or just AEW just changing things on their own. But yeah, I just hate that pattern right there. That is the pattern that if you comes up on top on the go home show, you'll end up losing at the pay per view, which sucks. Other than that, I'm gonna cut it to 2 videos because I'm gonna do all in one, but it's too long and I don't want to keep it going. So anyway, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.